So everybody been going crazy about this story about this chick, right? And to me, it's not really. It just seems like regular, like just some regular shit that happened to somebody, right? But I don't see. I've seen bits and pieces of it everywhere, and I really don't see how. Um, I really don't see how she went through all of that. But I can't imagine how she went through all that. If you understand what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Okay, she is like she. That's what I want to show you because I've been wanting to watch it like all the way, but I haven't been able to really watch it. Watch it. So let me bring it up, and then you can tell me.
Then let me put this on my channel right quick.
Okay.
Since we here, since like this is like the first time I've been on stream in like 3 weeks because birthday and all that other good shit. And yeah, how have you been?
I've been okay. I've been okay. It's just trying to work on this. I've been trying to do some actual art, which is what I've been trying to do, but
I'm
I have gotten
sorry.
caught up in some of this. Like
What
seriously.
What do you mean you've been trying to do art? Please expound on that.
Yeah, I know it sounds funny, right?
No,
But
seriously, I'm just asking. I'm not. I'm literally just. I really just asking because I just want to understand. Maybe you've been doing the same thing that I've been doing. I literally have been working on art.
okay, I have this assignment. I have two different assignments that I'm trying to like put into one. So I have to make a painting. It's like a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So in the challenge, I have to make a painting and I have to do a chessboard making the queen, profiling the queen the most. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can incorporate the two into one.
Stop. Just don't tell me anymore.
Why?
I
What's
don't want to
wrong?
know. I just don't want to know. Don't know. I'm already working on too much stuff. I do not need to. I do not need to learn. Look, think about anything else. Um, good. Yeah, have fun with that. I do. Okay, so to be honest with you, I literally have been working on all day. Um, my mother had me do a commission for her church, and
You had to do a commission for a church?
yeah, basically, Joshua and the crossing of the Jordan, and yeah, that's the thing. This she I kind of been lacking on because I've been doing other stuff, um, as far as artwork and just like not wanting to do shit anyway. Um, and yeah, I was working on that all day, and I had to come up with ideas and have some other ideas that I want to work on, and it's hard being a creative person and coming up with ideas. Let me actually start streaming on my end, and we are connected on my end. So yay. Okay, cool. But no, as far as the art goes, like that is some awesome ideas. Like if you would permit me an idea, do this big ass picture of a queen's piece and flatten out the excuse me, flatten out the board to where it's from a perspective drawing, but not like don't have it in a have it in a two perspective drawing. You know how to do a two perspective, right?
Um, you mean 2D, 3D?
Not exactly 3D, but close to 3D.
Because see,
So
I want to do it, but I have like it's like I want to. Since it's a challenge,
uh-huh.
I like to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? I like to be challenged and I like to go above and beyond, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So since I have this challenge, I really, really, really want to do two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first one I was going to do, it was going to be regular. But I want to make the whole board and actually act like actually make the board. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I get it.
So I want it to be like 3D. So I got some of the epoxy stuff
Mm-hmm.
and the board. So make the board. I want it to be 3D.
I
So I
see. I
want
was
the
I
whole
was
thing
talking
to
about
be
2-dimensional. So you already way more than what I've done. What I'm thinking
this
of.
was because the person who challenged me is my homie, and I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? The chess part, they challenged me on the chess. So I gotta make sure I do chess. But the painting that I have to do is work. So it's whatever I can come up with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just was gonna do both, make it one thing, so I can once I show him, I can show him that I did the picture, I did the painting, I did everything, you know, and that'll be cool, because it's not like he gonna buy it and then give it to who I'm making it for, you know. So that's how I was trying to do two in one, but I don't know how to do that, and I'm trying to. I've been working on it, but I don't like to be in my office. It's cold in there and it's not finished.
Well, and I was telling you earlier that hold on. Basically, what I've done is I've had like 3 office shares, right? Yeah, one was from the guy that moved upstairs that I repaired. I had another one, and this one is I knew. I'm trying to get like a gaming stream and like some couch co-op shit and just like things of that nature. But not a lot of people like to game in my circles outside of my gaming shit. So that's what I'm stuck at right now. So anyway, how's your channel been growing?
I haven't really been. I haven't really been. I was shit. You brought your ass over there. Yeah, you brought your ass over there and found out, didn't you? You fucked
What?
around and found out.
What are you talking about?
When you brought your ass over there to Sim Nation.
You know what? The thing about it is, I'm gonna say this, not to like shit on somebody's or yuck on somebody's gym. I don't like pandering. You know what I'm saying? If you have something to say, cool. But if you gonna pander to somebody, it just seems disingenuous to me. Like I've always seen people, and it's like you fall into a big trap of just like, oh, I'm gonna get these people mad at this one group. To me, that just seems manipulative. I don't know.
Mm.
If I don't like a group, I'm gonna explain why they're bad. I'm just not gonna say, oh, they're bad. Even when I make fun of red pill guys or the whole um incels, it's never just like haha incels. It's like these motherfuckers still need help. But internet kind of leads to like blood sports and fucking I'm on this team, I'm on that team. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't grow because I can easily say these motherfucker group is bad, but it just doesn't. I like going after a person versus a group of people. You know what I mean?
Right. But
So
it's not like it's a group of people. It's not. But see, that's what I was trying to explain to you before. And it's like, so question, have you worked on that issue? Because if I picked up on it in one session and they picked up on it in a couple seconds, they have no idea me you had ever had that conversation.
what issue?
You and the breasts. I was gonna say the
It's not an
breasts.
issue. It's not an issue to like breasts. I'm sorry. The thing about it is, um, just gonna be very just plain and honest. As much as I like breasts, if they're attached to an ugly motherfucker, and as far as mindset, mentality, low intelligence, they're not attractive to me. And that's the thing I think a lot of people like dismiss. Being a sapiosexual, if I don't like how somebody acts, then they're ugly to me. And that's it's just really, really weird to me. It's just really, really weird to me. Because so many people are so bothered with looks that it's just disgusting to me. And I'm a fucking visual person. I'm a fucking artist, and I know, but it's just I have seen people that would try to get with somebody just because of the way they look, don't have any type of conversation, have any type of shared mutual interest, and it's just like at that point they don't even look good to me. Why would I deal with you? But hey, anyway. So what, what's going on? So what do you think about something like that?
That video, the video started. I'm trying to find it. You know how you have the windows open,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to figure out which one of these windows it is.
I had to buy
Okay,
me
here
a
we go.
fucking air purifier for work and for home. Uh, it is not fun having allergies.
I'm gonna have to get one. It's not about allergies. I'm gonna have to get one for my baby. So, because I want to make a really big epoxy project, and that means I'm gonna have to have the air purifier and make sure ain't no particles in the air. I know I already got them in my mask, but I'm going to have to do that also.
From what I saw people pouring epoxy, because I watch YouTube videos on it, even though it's a medium that I would probably never work with. You have to literally have that in a very dust free area, not just for people, but for the quality of the work, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I know. I've seen people do epoxy pours. Turned out awesome. And I've seen people do epoxy pours that they was just like, I just wasted money.
And while they was doing their epoxy pours,
Well,
because I want to make them.
they were doing large mold epoxy pours,
See,
like
I want to.
tables and shit.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to. Okay, I found the one that you want. Okay. Okay, I got them both. Okay. Now, you made me forget what I was saying. Right, the epoxy pours.
Mm-hmm.
So with the I have to go to my page and find it. Let me see. Because we was on there for a while. Okay. So I got both up in the one I wanted to for us to talk about, and then the one that you joined that day. Anyway, but yeah, I want to do the epoxy pour for it. But my problem is I don't want to make too much and not come out right. Because what I want to do is I want to make a whole little nice little set. I want to make a nice little set, and I want to try to put different things in them. But I'm kind of scared because my office is almost finished. It's almost finished. I just gotta put stuff up in there, and it's cool. But I wanna I gotta do my painting. but I have to do this too, so I don't have to do so many things at once. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I want to do this. Like I said, I want to do this art thing, and I think it's gonna be cool. I haven't really did too much art like freehand in a while. The last time I did it, um I drew my husband's face, but I was looking at him then. You know what I'm saying? So I can do it freehand if I'm looking at whatever I'm looking at. I can do it like that. So that's why I was gonna make the thing and then draw it exactly how I made it, and then lay it on top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So it'll be like all together. But that requires work. That requires work. So since I don't have the work, I don't feel like doing it. That's why I have to do it though.
Yeah, I've been really burnt out lately.
Because and I found some really cool glow in the darks. So I think I'm gonna use those. But they're not mostly polished. So I'm gonna use them. Because when I do everything at once. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you ready to switch? So which one you wanna? So okay, so how did it come out?
How did it? I just got the. I have to. I have to transfer it to mixed media and work on the coloring. I just did the rough sketch, and with me doing a rough sketch, um, basically I need to do the colors for it. So once I do that, it'll be done. But the good thing about it is, it's not gonna take me long once I get the colors. So I'm gonna give you this link. Of course, you don't have to play it in the what's the name, but I want to make sure that you see this link because this is actually pretty fun. The one that I saw. Um,
Where's that? Private chat.
I didn't get the right one, but I'm looking for it.
Okay.
But
Okay, so
go
look,
ahead and
so this,
start.
huh?
Go ahead and start it. I'm looking forward to my opinion about this new video you showing me.
It's everybody been talking about it for the last couple of days, and I haven't really gotten a chance to. But between this and Shirley Strawberry, it's man, look, it's a lot of these niggas out here for show. Okay, a lot of these niggas out here for show.
Look, I've been playing. I've been not playing. I've been mostly paying attention to a lot of um series that's been came back lately. So it's this series that um came out recently called Has Been Hotel. Fucking the Avatar: The Last Airbender came out. So I have not been paying attention to real life shit lately. So that's the you're telling me something new. So go for it.
Okay, give me 1 second. I was trying to. This is the hardest thing I've found to do.
What is that?
Send my video out.
Um,
Like, to like, because I got more people on what you call them on Facebook.
so remember how I said this is the reason why I was saying send me your email because I literally paid for I paid for the StreamYards, and you can actually send it on not just you can send it on up to 3 places.
Mm.
I pay like $10 a month for StreamYards, and so yeah, that's what that's the reason why I was trying to set it up on my channel, but just like once you start making more and more, just like pay for StreamYards.
Right, but I haven't made anything, not one penny from this YouTube shit.
Yeah, it's an investment. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, but it's an investment for me to, do what? It's like it seems like honestly, it seems like if you ain't beefing and fighting with people, you ain't making no money. And that's not really my thing.
I know. Trust
I
me, I
mean,
know.
it's like when if I gotta pull it out, I'm one of the motherfuckers. If I got to up thing, I gotta use it. You know what I'm saying? So if you pull me out my motherfucking bag, yeah, it's going down. So I don't play. You know, I don't even fight for play. That's
I just to me, it's just like I most of this shit is not that it's not for real. It's it's like what are you really getting mad about? You know what I mean? I've always hated the fact that so many people, oh, I just don't like you no more. Let me block you. That shit is stupid as hell to me. You ever seen those people that's like, I just can't stand this person, so I'm gonna block them? It's like, why don't I need you to block me? Why do I need to block you? I mean, like if you're juvenile, then I'm not gonna talk to you. That's just it. Um, Kind of got into a interesting discussion with somebody the other day, and I was like, if I get to the point where I'm just like, you notice me stop having a conversation instead of going back and forth with you, not in a fuck you, you dumb this, you dumb that, but if I'm going back and forth with you, providing my opinion, but if it gets to a point where it's just like you just want me to listen to you and not say anything, then at that point we're not having a conversation anymore. I'm ignoring you.
yeah. But see, you can't really ignore people. You can't really ignore people if they talk about their feelings because that's not right. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. So you can't really do that. Well, let me take that back. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You shouldn't do that. I'm gonna be a lot more clearer with that. You shouldn't do that because I have had to let a motherfucker have a fit or two. You know what I'm saying? And let that be that. But for the most part, you shouldn't do that because um you don't know how that affects people. Sometimes people be going through shit.
And I get
And
that.
I'm the
I
queen of affects people. Sometimes people be going through shit. I'm the queen of I don't give a fuck. So I can show you my little thing I keep trying to put on here. It won't let me put it on and say it's too big. It's my little unicorn. She said she don't give no fucks and kiss her ass. So I can do my little unicorn. You know what I'm saying? But they
somebody
won't let me.
tried to somebody tried to tell me how to use my free time, and I was like, you don't know my situation, dog. But you need to do this, you need to do that. You don't know my situation. And
I
it was
can show you
just
how it's fun.
hilarious to me.
Okay, because I can't do both. But that's what we could do. Let's see. So you say you want to switch to yours to just because see, I
No,
don't
no,
know.
we can do yours. I'm good. I'm streaming on my channel right now, so you're
Okay,
fine.
I was gonna say I don't know. I don't know what to do because I'm just playing it to see. You know the rules about it, so I could play it for how long? It's like 6 minutes or something, and
No,
then I got
you
to
can.
split.
No, here's the thing. You just want to stop. You don't want to just be watching it. That's the thing. You want to interject your commentaries with it.
Oh, of course I am because some of the shit I heard, yeah, something wrong with this bitch. That's gonna be
Okay.
one commentary. That's why I needed somebody that I knew would bounce back. Like, this shit sounds stupid. I needed a bounce back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. Just so say something wrong with this bitch.
It is. I mean,
She's
some of the
crazy.
stuff that I heard, like, what, bitch? I can't play with that. I'm gonna throw it on there now.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
None of this is funny. But in order to get through it,
So I guess I started back to the beginning. Start playing. I told you to start playing. I was talking to you.
hi, and welcome. We all know why you're here. You're here for part of the new series that I am calling Who the Fuck Did I Marry? I'm going to create this playlist series, and I'm going to tell the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a real pathological liar. Um, this is
30 seconds in. I'm trying to figure out why this is some shit we needed to know. So you got to help me understand why everybody and their mama is really obsessed with this shit. Because I don't
That
get
was
it.
a question. That was a question. I don't even know. I look. Check it out. Check it out. I try to keep my personal life off the internet like this. Like I'll put some shit on Facebook, some shit where it's just like, yeah, but like for real, just like I go. People know that I've been divorced. People know that I've have a kid, but I'm not having an argument about what the fuck happened in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because the internet doesn't need to know that. I don't need to have a fucking cult or personality built around me. I was telling somebody earlier, I don't want you to watch me because I'm black or because I'm an artist. I want you to watch me because you agree with my opinion, not because I need affirmation from the internet. And that's all this shit is. I need to be I need to be affirmed from the internet. No, fuck no. I'm sorry, I ran.
Now I need these motherfucking cash apps and super chats. That's what I need. I check my love language. Words of affirmation is at the bottom too, goddammit. Gifts and acts of service, 1 and 2.
But from strangers?
Hand me that shit. Hand me that shit.
But from strangers though?
The fuck? What?
I'm sorry.
If you can't hold it in your hand, it ain't real. Fuck you talking about?
Okay.
You think it's real?
I get people that want to support the work that you're doing, but just like I love you. I just like you don't
Yeah,
know
that
me,
word for
dog.
yeah, that shit at the bottom. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That shit is just as phony as the person who said it. You changed my life. How, bitch? We ain't never met.
But it's so
Cause
many
I watch
people.
pump up videos, pump up creators too. So I be watching them and I be feeling all pumped up. And as soon as somebody get on there and be like, "You've changed my life," that just be like, and then I can see like the creators I watch, they don't really like play with the game. So they like, bitch, how I change your life? You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna have to explain some of this shit to me. Don't be giving me that credit. I might have told you this and then you made some decisions. Bitch, I don't know you to change your life. You know what I'm saying? So
But for
I try
some
to watch
people,
the realer people. Yeah. They be
but
like,
for
no,
some
that's
people,
not you changed your life.
all they have is the internet though, and that's fucked up because that's all they have.
Can you
Even
pause for a minute? Because Daphne is losing her man and she gonna end up yeah, hold on.
mhm. Ugh. And it's an Instagram video
Oh,
too.
but good news. Good news.
What's the good
The
news?
fucking couple with the crying ass baby, they moved.
Yay!
So we won't have to listen to that during live stream anymore.
Sounds fun.
You said what?
I said it sounds fun. I'm sorry, and help me out with this one, right? Why does this look like an Instagram video?
Oh yeah. She got 50 parts to this shit. That's what I'm saying. Who the fuck is watching this? Then he done came out. Then his ex done came out. And some kids and shit. Somebody help me figure out why I'm supposed to even give a little bit of a fuck. Now, the Shirley Strawberry thing is very fucking interesting. The characters in it is very fucking interesting. I understand. And then the person that I watched that redoes it after phone calls from prison, the person I watch that does it, Nyla, she does a wonderful job. I'm gonna give her all her props. The shit is funny. You know how Chi-Town is. We relate. We can say little stuff and we pick up on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she from Shy, she good. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think her husband is the greatest. That's why I told you her husband is the greatest. So it's like, yeah, the people I watch, there's more of a point out like fucked up shit people. We not like go with it. So it's like I visit a lot of channels, but the people I can't miss are the people that tell you the outright truth. Like the husband right now is doing a thing. Oh, that we actually supposed to be paying attention to. I didn't know this shit was happening. Did you know Dalton Mayer is she ain't playing no games.
Wait, I know it's a mayor's going around, and I forgot what town she in. And
Her name is Tiffany Hanger. She ain't playing no motherfucking games. She letting them know it was Chicago. Chicago. This is where we from. This is how the bitches act in Chicago. What? What? We do have some extra press, but if you push them presses to the max, yes, the ghetto come out. That's everywhere. That's Chicago. We got our own language. We got the way we move. And we all lady like until you push us to the other side, and then you meet the real person. You know what I'm saying? The Chicago stuff about you. But I was watching his video earlier and it was very interesting. And it was a court video. So I can find that if you want to check that out and see. Because we actually supposed to be paying attention to this shit because we from here. But they not even from here no more. So, but they still keep their nose to the grindstone, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
yeah, that shit kind of cool. But this right here, yeah, I did stop it. Like you said, I'm gonna stop it because I'm trying to figure out why she started this. This is her first program with her hair like this. Yes, I know. I'm being a bitch. I know. It's time for me to get my shit tuned up. That's why I'm not on camera. See, hence, I'm not on camera.
Is my
I
introduction slash
I popped back. What's up?
no, I was just gonna say like I don't know. To a point, it matters to a point how you look, but what the fuck is going on with her hair though?
That's what I'm saying. What she got weird little ponytails and something at the top. I don't know. You know, I don't wear weed. So I don't know what the fuck she got going on, but I don't know. That's some new age shit. If anybody watching this and y'all know what that is, explain that shit to us because we don't know. I got braids, he got dreads. I'm natural. I don't know about this weave shit. We not up on that. No offense if you are, just let us know what we looking at. Just, you know what I'm saying? Help us out. Shit. But yeah, she decided this to be her first. This is her introduction to us. At the very least, just us. Whoever else been watching the page, this is her introduction to us.
And why the fuck is she doing it in a bathroom?
Disclaimer.
Because you know what? I think people doing it in the bathroom because it's the best lighting. I ain't gonna lie, that's probably lighting for her. Because you get good lighting in the bathroom, you got some mirrors so you kind of can see yourself do it too. But I do, man, and I watch TV.
Yeah. All right.
You know, I do, man, and I watch TV, so it's like, I don't even know.
All right, go ahead.
Disclaimer video. First and foremost, I'm going to be truthful, even if it makes me look bad. I'm going to be honest, but I'm also
Can you
not
hear it
going to
good?
be disrespectful to anybody
Yeah.
that was involved. And it does not want any sort of litigation. I will tell you off the top, I have a sense of humor and I have sarcasm. So things that you see me laughing at, none of this is funny. But in order to get through it, I have to laugh. If
See
I cry. I'm
a therapist. Go see a counselor. Social media is not your fucking counselor. Go see a therapist. Go talk to the motherfuckers. Social media is not your counselor. I'm sorry.
No, she got to trigger all us. We all got to be triggered by this shit. Everybody got a trigger. And no, she can't go nowhere without everybody know she got played like this. It's got to be online. It didn't happen if people didn't see it. You got to remember that nowadays. It didn't happen if everybody and their mama didn't see it.
Pixar is not real, huh?
I'm going to do the best I can.
The Pixar. You said what?
Pixar didn't happen, huh? Pictures or it didn't happen.
No, I don't know what they doing. They just.
No, it's a phrase where saying if you can't prove it with pictures, it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. You know, back in the day we could say, oh yeah, that happened. Then the phones start, you know, then you had the camera, then you get your regular camera. Then the phones start having cameras on them. So it became so much easier to just be like, yeah, I did this. Now people is so busy fucking with their camera, they done forgot how to do the other shit.
I really think that there's been a death of metaphors, similes, sarcasm, and satire because people have lost imagination.
It depends on what. Because I can show you a video of some motherfuckers who claim they was joking about some shit. Yeah, I don't think they was joking. Nobody thinks they was joking, and everybody hoped that the police come and get their pedo asses. So I can show you lots of different shit. And I think that's on the video. I think that's on the video that you came on before you got up there. They were showing me.
No, I know which one you're talking about, but it's not just stuff like that. I literally think that like people, it's just a pet peeve of mine. Go ahead, just go ahead with the video.
That people do what? Be online? What?
So back when we used to read more books, more people understood sarcasm. I'm not saying that everybody did or understood satire, but right now, so many people have just lost the ability to understand satire or sarcasm or metaphors or similes. It's just like
to do it with reading because motherfuckers don't read. I'm sorry, I apologize. Finish.
I'm not talking about within the last 10 or 15 years or even the last 30. I'm talking about where it wasn't just presented as, hey, don't use your imagination to come up with shit. I'm talking about like half a century ago to 60 or 70 years ago. As much as I like TV, I think because people don't have to imagine shit a lot anymore, it's just presented to them in picture form. Okay, they don't know how to use their imagination.
Yeah, I agree with that. because I prefer books myself to movies. The ones I've read all the books before and then see the movie, and I'm like, the stuff that they change, it do be little, but it be important though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, I prefer books. You know, I like to read. I like that better. But um, it's just I don't know. It's just like this shit is crazy because I heard some of it and it's just so crazy.
All right, wait, you will never get through this video. Come on, come on. Let's. It's only been a minute and a half. Come on.
Okay, let's let it get to.
To upload as much of the story as I can, because I know people get so annoyed with the follow for part 4, follow me for part 17. I'm just going to do the best I can to keep uploading the videos each at a time. I'm going to go in order from the time we met until the time I got our divorce decree in the mail. So that is a lot of time to cover. Please give me the grace to just get it out. It may not be all in one day. It may not be all in 2 days. But what I can tell you is even if you don't necessarily see a video, I'm probably recording it and then I will upload it into the playlist titled Who the Fuck Did I Marry? What else do I need to cover ahead of time? Because I feel like this video is important to give some sort of context so that way when people jump into the series, they kind of can figure out, oh, let me start at the introduction video and then work my way through. A lot of the questions that you all have sent me will be answered when I start and tell the story in order.
No, it
Everything
won't.
I'm going to tell you can be verified. There are people in my life who can easily.
You said what?
The question, the one burning question that I have, will not be answered.
What's the burning
Why the
question so far?
why the fuck do I need to know about your life story? Like,
That's what I'm
seriously.
saying too. I'm trying to see what is so interesting in this that got everybody so fucking captivated. The little bits and pieces I saw, I've known bitches that done went through worse. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know why we
I'm
need to know
just being
this.
an asshole. I'm being an asshole. Go ahead. I'm
verify,
sorry.
yes, this did happen. Yes, he
Shit,
really
I'm
did
with
do
you.
that. Yes, he said that. Yes, she did go through that. I have no contact
You know what I'm gonna do
whatsoever
though?
with
If
my
you have no
ex-husband
objections, I'm gonna
in
speed her
any
up.
way, shape,
Yeah,
or form.
1.25.
We do not
Yeah.
communicate. We do not have mutual friends or anything that where we communicate through those people. No contact. I cannot stress that enough because I feel like somebody's going to ask me, do you still talk to him? No. I ain't seen him. I ain't heard from him. I want to hear from him. And I will tell the entire story up until the last time I did hear from him and what happened.
But you still talking about this motherfucker. You still want his attention.
So
Right.
I'm just a regular woman who thought she met the one, and I didn't. Most people have never came in contact with a pathological liar. We typically come in contact with like a compulsive liar. It is not the same. A pathological liar has no reason for why they lie. And the lies that they make up, there's no limit to the lie. I was once a psychology major in undergrad. I didn't graduate with a psychology degree, but I'm very comfortable saying that he was a pathological liar.
Wait. What, bitch? What, bitch? You telling me you a professional? Okay. Okay. So she's saying
I
she is a
can't.
professional mental
I
health
can't.
specialist that did not know this nigga was playing her ass. Really?
I
All her clients need to be gone. Bitch, who are you helping? The only way she can just look back and be like, this is what I did. Because I can't take no advice from this bitch.
well, she said she didn't
You're gonna tell me how to get my life together.
she said she didn't complete it. So maybe that's the reason why she didn't complete it.
Everybody else was like, bitch, you got shit going on. Go sit your goof ass down.
Thank you, Sweeney James,
He was a
for following.
narcissist. And yes, there was some mental, in my opinion, mental health issues going on.
I didn't hear you.
Pathological lying part.
Somebody
Absolutely.
followed on my Twitch.
So I want to preface all this by saying you're going to probably think, what in the world? There's no way this happened. Everything you're going to hear me say actually did happen. I never thought I was going to be in some sort of Lifetime movie, but I was. So I will read the comments as best I can. Like I said, I think if you allow me to tell the whole story, things will be answered. And sorry, I do talk with my hands. It's a coping mechanism. So if you're like, why is she moving her hands? Other than that, let's all take a deep breath, buckle in, because this was a fucking crazy ride. And if you think it's crazy, imagine how I feel as the person who lived it and had no idea what I was dealing with. I thought I knew, but I truly had no idea who the fuck I married. You like how I twisted that? Anyway. All right, y'all. This is the introduction, so welcome. Part 1 will be up shortly. Please excuse the hair, but here is part 1 of who the fuck did I marry.
Looking like that.
So I met my ex-husband around March 4th of 2020. We met on Facebook dating site, and we also matched on Hinge. I did not realize that he was on both under 2 different names. So one was his actual.
What?
You telling me that she married this motherfucker, or she met this motherfucker in March of 2020?
Yeah, I'm telling you, this made me, a lot of it made me sad, because one of the people I saw break it down a little bit, it was real sad the way she broke it down, because you really can't tell she got a whole lot of esteem issues, and she keep going. You know what I'm saying? But so many people was talking, so much shit was going on. Like I said, I've been able to actually see bits and pieces, but I ain't really been able to watch none of it good. But
it ain't even been 4 fucking years. They should still be fucking dating, not married and divorced. I'm sorry.
Honey, listen, it's gonna get worse. She just telling you, give you the outline of what happened. Wait till she tell you.
Actual name, and the other one was a variation, like a nickname, that he called himself.
So wait, so you peeping this part, right?
This is the introduction, so what?
Yeah.
Too far.
Please excuse the hair, but here is part 1 of who the fuck did I marry. So I met my ex-husband around March 4th of 2020. We met on Facebook dating site, and we also matched on Hinge. I did not realize that he was on both under 2 different names. So one was his actual name, and the other one was a variation, like a nickname, that he called himself. Different pictures. So it was a running joke between us. Oh, you ain't even recognized that you had matched with me on Hinge. No, I didn't. And also that should have been a red flag. By the way, you will notice in this story, I called it the United Nations of red flags. It is so many red flags that, I mean, you would have thought I was colorblind because I ignored all of them. So anyway.
All right. Pause it for a second.
We met around March 4th.
Okay. Now, I'm about to kind of step back here for a second because there is no, unless you divulge in secrets and shit, there's no problem with being on both Facebook dating and Hinge. Now, if you spending 3 different stories between the 2 different dating sites, that's different. But most people that's on one dating site is on a multiple of dating sites, especially if the shit is free. Now, if you meet somebody,
same name, you would think if you would have the same name.
No, you don't always. I don't, because I'm on multiple dating sites myself.
Well, I'm not on any. Just regular sites.
Yeah, I get that. But I would never, how do I put it? people don't use the same pictures on both dating sites. On depends on the dating site. And Hinge is not something that it's not a vanilla dating site, I should say. It's not mostly vanilla.
Oh, well,
It's kind of like for poly or swingers people. It does have some other stuff on there, but it's not mostly vanilla.
oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that about Hinge.
Yeah.
The only one I know I don't never want to download ever, even if I was curious, is Grinder. No Tinder. No Grinder. Right?
It's Grinder. Grinder is like gay men.
Yeah, that's the one I don't want. But other than that, I don't know. I don't hate these
I don't want it either because Grinder is like mostly gay men. So
well, I mean, okay, let's see like this. A gay man don't always mean a gay man. Because I know you saw that Funky Dineva say he still fuck with me.
No, I'm not. I understand what you're saying. Like, there's a difference between being pan, gay, and bi. I get that, but the market is to gay men.
Yeah, I don't want to get on that at all. Excuse me, I don't want to find out. I'm okay. I'm 100%.
I've seen too many jokes about people being on Grind. I was like, y'all are some disgusting motherfuckers. Not because they're gay, because if you look at like horny guys, they do some of the craziest shit. That's why I look at like my female friends and like, oh God, what the fuck do y'all deal with? Because I know guys that will just send dick pictures to women. I'm like, dude, introduce your name first.
I hate that. I instantly block. For some reason, my name be having niggas on 50. I don't even know why. You don't even mention niggas at all.
I don't know. I like even in like the swinger groups that I'm in, I at least try to say hi. How are you doing? I mean, like the comment about physical appearance don't come at least to like the fourth conversation. But like so many, huh?
I don't really see nothing wrong with poly personally.
I'm selective because how do I put it? When I'm a caretaker, and it can be very hard. It can be very easy for people not to take advantage of caretakers, but to attach themselves to caretakers. And so, yeah, I have to be very protective of who I associate with. Not saying that they're bad, but you know,
I mean, it depends. Some people don't know who they are. Some people do know who they are. Me, I know I'm a brat. I know I'm a little. I already know that. So at the end of the day, I know on one end, I'm going to either way it go, I'm gonna tell you what to do. So either I'm gonna whine when I tell you what to do, or I'm gonna throw something at you when I tell you what to do. Either way it go, you're gonna do what the fuck I want. So I'm a flower.
Yeah.
So I mean, I already know that about me. It's been years. You know, I've been in the lifestyle for years. It's years. It took me a while to go through and go all through all that. I know exactly who I am, and I'm not embarrassed about it. You know, and it's like you said, there are caretakers and gardeners. There are out there, so it's not really a big issue. It's when two of the same get together, they clash. That's when the problems start.
Or
you can't have two brats together. You can't have two gardeners together. Nothing ever get done. Nobody ever make decisions.
Or you get people that are using the lifestyle to cover up for their very, very, very visible mental illnesses, and then they say, "Well, you should just take me as I am," and yeah, I ran into that. So, because I've literally been single for the last, I want to say 6 years, and it's eye opening going back and dating people, especially after I grew the fuck up after going through my marriage and divorce. And I came back to the dating scene and I was like, oh, I used to think that was cute before when I was single. Now I just think that is like too much to fucking deal with right now. And
Mm.
some people never deal with their issues, especially people in our community. They think that getting mental help is, in
Because it's a stigma to it.
yeah.
It's a stigma to it because, like, people think if you have certain things, like people use things out of context just because it's conversation now. So if a person actually will tell you that, you better quit playing and stuff like that. So it's just not taken. It has never been taken seriously, but now it's also a joke and a cop out. Because it's a lot of people who claim to be bipolar or all that type of shit, and it's like, no, bitch, you just don't have no home training. You just spoiled. That's all it is. You're not bipolar. You're spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Because you only get different when somebody tell your ass no. It's not because of the weather. It's not because of what time of the year. It's not because your hormones is off this month or you missed your pill. No, bitch, somebody told your ass no and you lost it in the middle of Victoria's Secret. You ain't bipolar, ho. Go sit your ass down. You a fucking brat. Your parents didn't whoop your mother fucking ass for real. So everybody claiming shit don't mean that they got the shit. They just claiming it. Because real people, when they got it, they don't tell you.
Or they inform you to explain, like, hey, I'm gonna be normal sometimes, but sometimes I just lose it a little bit, but I'm working on it. And if you are somebody who legitimately have it but don't want to work on the shit, then it's a fucking issue. Personally, I deal with the fucking basically seasonal defective disorder. This is something I know I deal with. So I actively have to reach out to people. Seasonal defective disorder, basically in the wintertime, it fucks with me because no sunlight.
But so, I know what it is.
Huh?
I know what it is. Go ahead. I just didn't hear you.
Actively, I have to make sure that, one, I don't fucking shut down and not talk to anybody. Two, I reach out to people to keep a fucking even mood. And three, I fucking supplement my fucking diet with fucking vitamin D and milk and shit. This is shit you have to motherfucking process. What's up, Icon? But yeah, some people just like, nah, fuck it. Deal with me how I want to be dealt with. That's not how adults act. But go ahead.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna press play.
We exchanged phone numbers. He called me and we talked on the phone for the first time. In the first phone call, he told me that he had just moved to Georgia from California, from San Diego. His job had transferred him because he was being transferred in as the new regional manager for a major condiment company that is based here in Georgia. I'm not going to say the name. And so we also talked about his childhood. He told me he grew up in Philly. He's from Philly. Both of his parents were deceased. This is the first phone call. Both of his parents were deceased. His father was a Philadelphia police officer. His mom was a teacher. He also told me he briefly lived in Augusta with his family. He had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. He also had 2 half-brothers on his dad's side. First phone call. So I'm just giving you guys the backstory. This was the first phone call we had. So we talked about family. We talked about friends. We talked about our jobs. At the time, I was working at Georgia State Patrol. And he knew this, and he just thought that was like, wow, so you work with troopers all day. Yes, I did.
Now, question. If he is a pathological liar.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, you already said I was going to tell you to pause it, but go ahead.
If he a pathological liar, Why would he even try her if he knows she worked with police all day?
2 reasons.
How did he even get this far? She worked with police all day and she's a mental health specialist. I'm confused. Go ahead. What did you want?
So it's about the thrill of trying to get away with it if he's a pathological liar. Or 2, she's just pulling the pathological liar out of her ass because she's mad. One of the 2 possibilities, and not the only possibilities, but that's the shit that I'm pulling up right now. Because if you don't trust who somebody is and you work with the motherfucking police and you're kind of concerned about if they're telling you the truth, you want a fucking background check.
Right.
All right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I have DOC motherfuckers just for conversation. Put in their last name, guess about their age, run up and down, and you can see who been in jail and ain't been in jail and all that shit. Real quick. What was she doing? And that's her job. How the fuck that's your job and you got access? You don't even have to order nothing new. No, pay no membership fees or not, bitch.
Oh,
They pay you to be nosy. You know what I'm saying? Snoops.
personally, I don't know. It's just like the shit is. I mean, like I know Pac said what you do for love, but like the fuck, I'm sorry. Just like I maybe because I run with the rule that I want to at least make sure you're not crazy before we get to the intimate stages. Okay, yeah, sure. Just go ahead.
Depending on what it is, maybe schizophrenia. But most other mental illnesses is like depression or sad, and you won't know that she angry till you piss her the fuck off. What you need to do is find out what not to do and don't do that. That's all. It's real simple. But schizophrenics, they type of, if they hallucinating or whatever, you kind of screwed. But regular people that just be depressed or have mood disorders, you fine unless you piss them off. Tell them you want to betray them or some shit. It's a done deal. Once they figure you ain't on their side, it's a done deal. No matter what they say after that. You farther. Going back?
Go ahead.
Also in that phone call, he explained to me that he used to play football. He explained that he used to play arena football. I know nothing about arena football. I know about NFL. I know about college. Go Dogs. But I don't know anything about arena football. So he explained to me that he used to play arena football. He used to work at Apple in the off season of arena football. And I remember thinking on that phone call, oh, okay, like, good for you. I don't know anything about arena football. And I believe I did tell him that I don't know anything about arena football. That'll come into play later on. So he told me,
I'm sorry.
I just moved here.
Arena football is prominent enough to have what team did you play in and your name. It's prominent enough to do that shit.
Yeah, okay. I know. That's my
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The Browns.
My job is paying for my housing, and they're helping me to look for a house. He was like, right now I'm in Gwinnett County, but I'm trying to look for a house, ideally in Atlanta, like Brookhaven, Sandy Springs. He was like, I really would like to move out there. And so I thought, that's great. You're looking to get a house. You just moved here. He's like, I don't really know too many people here because I spend all my time at work, and this job is really demanding. So that was our first phone call. We talked more. He talked a lot, which took me by surprise because I'm not really used to men talking more than me. He eventually asked me out on a date. Our first date was set for Saturday, March 7th, 2020. He asked me what was my favorite restaurant. I said Cheesecake Factory. And so we agreed to go out at the Cheesecake Factory in a location that was in between. I lived in Clayton County at the time. He lived in Gwinnett County. I realized that if you don't know anything about Metro Atlanta, that makes no sense. But basically, we lived about 45 minutes apart. So we agreed to meet at the Cheesecake Factory over at Perimeter Mall, which is in an area, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody area. I was excited. Like, I called my friends and was like, I got a date, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how it goes. First conversation was good. Hopefully he looks like his pictures, because, that's always an issue with online dating. Hopefully he looks like his pictures. So on my way to our date.
Wait, I'm sorry.
285, and literally.
Is it a big deal to have a date from a dating site? I'm confused about that one. Oh, okay.
I think what confused her was that he actually looked like the pictures. It wasn't Photoshop.
You eventually have to see the person in real life. So it only okay. I'm thinking like me. You have to see somebody in real life, so the picture should look like yourself, right? I'm thinking like me, but I forget people lie. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the whole point of who he is.
Literally right before I got to Boulder Crest, the exit from Boulder Crest, I heard a boom and I lost control of my car. Thank God that not thank God, but I knew what to do. So I did not crash, but my tire blew out. So I called him and I said, hey, I'm so sorry.
What the fuck? Hold on, wait, what? That just didn't sound right at all. I'm sorry. Thank God, but no, not thank God. Like the fuck? What you think he did? Some hoodoo on your ass? Blow the tire out so I can come rescue your ass. I'm sorry. I'm just all right. I'm sorry. I'm just being an asshole right now. The fuck you? First you thank God, now you don't. Who you gonna thank? The devil? Like the fuck? I thank Zeus. Ooh, better yet, fucking thank Krishna. How? Okay, let's go. I'm sorry.
Sorry, but my tire just blew on 285. I'm slowly making my way off the exit. I believe I pulled into a Chevron gas station, and I said, I got to get this fixed. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress kind of thing. He kind of paused. He got quiet, and he was like, tell me exactly where you are. Drop your pin. So I dropped the pin, and he came to the gas station. Got out the car, and I was so relieved that he actually looked like his pictures that I was like, oh my God, he's actually attractive, because he's like 6'4", 6'5". Also, man, I apologize. So let me go back to the first conversation. Let me add something. He did tell me in the first phone call that he was divorced, and that his ex-wife, she had 2 children, a boy and a girl, who were teenagers, young adults. I think the girl was about 20. And he said that he had a very close relationship with his stepkids, but that he and his ex-wife had divorced because she cheated on him out in California. And so coming to Georgia was a new beginning for him. She was still out in California. The kids were still out in California. And so, he was like, I can't stand her, but I still want to be in the kids' lives. I have to put that in there because that will come back later. So this is just setting the stage. Again, that first conversation we talked about family, job, friends, how he ended up in Georgia, me being in Georgia, the things that, I would think people talk about in the first conversation. All right, now back to the tire blew out. So he shows up to the gas station. He changes my tire, which I just thought was the sexiest thing in the world. And then he proceeds to say, hey, I found a tire place around.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. To find a guy that can do stuff like that still nowadays is a find. Is a fucking gem. I understand why that shocked her. I truly do. Can you change your tire?
Yes. However,
That
the
sound
shitty
like
ass shack.
That sound like a lie. It took you so long to muster up that lie.
No. I'll tell you why. Because I hate these fucking shitty ass jacks that they give us to change fucking tires now. That is fucking ridiculous. What happened to the motherfuckers that used to weigh like 600 pounds that you had to? I'm sorry. I've been stuck on the side of the road with a fucked up ass jack before. And that was not fun. Trust me, it
But
wasn't
to
fun.
find a guy that could do some of that shit nowadays, ooh-wee.
Yeah.
So I understand what she was saying.
around the corner, you need to get another tire. Like, you can't drive on this donut. So he followed me to the tire place, and then helped me get a tire, paid for it. So I was definitely like, wow. And so the vibe was good.
Right.
So anyway, get the
Okay, let me ask you a non-related question real quick to pause off of them for a while. Okay, so you like your twist, right? Wait, question: do you like your twist?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you like having them gone. So is they little or big?
They're
Some people have little ones and then make them a big braid. So are they little or big?
little. They're little.
Cause I want to switch from braids to those, but I don't know if I want to keep it like that for a long time. Or I have
Okay,
to
so
do the big chop to start over again.
here's the thing. I don't like razors in my head. I just don't like them. And so that's why I started to get braids. And I got locks because I got tired of people having to find somebody to do my hair. Because the person who used to do my hair for braids was my ex. And after shit went bad there, I was just like, you know what? Let me just get some locks.
So did you have to start over, or did they
No,
just go from where they at? Because I don't
they,
want to have to cut my hair down to my shoulders.
yeah, my hair is more than
Then I
halfway
blow
down
dry
my
it, it's a
back.
whole nother story. Yeah, once I blow dry, it's a whole nother fucking story. But my fro hit my shoulder.
Yeah, no, I'm unless I need to, I'm never getting a haircut again.
Cause I just was wondering, cause I want to get the locks, but I don't know. Cause I keep getting it braided. So what would be the difference in just getting locks and just twisting it in myself? Once I get them put in professionally, just keep them up myself.
It's not as easy to keep it up yourself if you're not used to doing your own hair. I'm not used to doing my own hair, so I have to pay somebody still, but it's a lot less than what I used to getting it braided every other week or every 3 weeks.
But shit, I get my hair braided. I get knotless braids down my back. So I'm not walking out of there less than $200.
Yeah, I imagine $30 every 2 weeks, so or every 3 weeks. So
That's cheaper.
yeah, nah, I just couldn't do it. Couldn't keep doing it,
Shit,
especially with lifestyle changes. So I had to make a decision.
Okay, because I'm thinking about doing that. I'm gonna go ahead because I saw somebody with some really pretty ones. So I think I'm gonna go ahead on and do that instead of getting them braided again. See if somebody could just do something and see. But could I take them out?
Yes, you can always take locks out. It's a process, but like I said, I'm never gonna take mine out because it depends on your hair type too. A friend of mine had locks, and she ended up cutting off her hair and going with a fade for a while.
See, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like Lil Wayne braids and shit falling out. A whole section just hit the ground. I don't want none of that jumping off on me at all.
No, she actively cut off her locks, so it wasn't that she was just losing hair. She wanted to do a different style.
Oh. See, yeah, I'm gonna go with braids because I ain't going back bald again. I done did the big chop 3 fucking times. I ain't doing it again. But I did like my teeny weeny fro though. It was cute. I was cute with my left fro. But once it gets to this point, it ain't nothing to do with it. But I
Yeah,
did like my teeny fro. Okay, I'm going back. I just want to ask that because I was wondering.
No, it's good. It's good.
Get the car. I get the tire fixed. We follow each other to the Cheesecake Factory over in Perimeter. We hold hands walking into the Cheesecake Factory. So in my mind, I'm like, this is just this. Oh my God, I had butterflies. That's the look of a woman who had butterflies. So I had butterflies, and we go in. There's a long wait, and so we sit outside and we just talk. And the conversation's great. And this is where he tells me what it is he's looking for. He tells me, you know, I believe at the time he was 42. He was like, I want to get married and it be for real. He's like, my parents were married 40 plus years before my mom passed away. And I want that. I want marriage, family, a house. Like, that is what I want. He's like, I'm as a man, I'm ready to get married, but I want it to be for real because the first time, you know, it really hurt me when she cheated on me. So he's telling me everything that I wanted to hear. And so he was like, what is it that you want?
Pause it.
And I said pretty much the same thing. I was like,
This is my problem that I find with so many people that's dating. They tell people what they're looking for, and whether consciously or subconsciously, to avoid being alone, they mold themselves to what somebody is looking for based off the slightest bit of extra attention that they may be receiving. That shit is toxic. I know I joked about somebody saying, love me for who I am. Yes, love people for who they are. Don't mold yourself to somebody's expectation of what they want just because you don't want to be fucking alone. Nobody is going to tell me I want to date somebody who doesn't like video games. Then we don't have a problem. I don't get how people try to mold themselves into somebody they not or they may not be comfortable with just so they won't be alone.
People would do that. Women do it all the time. Women do it all the time. To get with the guy that they want, women do it all the time. That's the whole point. They settle, they change, they do whatever. They like him. Listen to this bitch. All he did was look like his picture. She didn't even say he looked good. She didn't even say the nigga looked good. All she said was he actually looked like the fucking picture. Where are your standards, bitch?
I don't, and like, I mean, like, I'm not letting guys off the hook because they try to act too. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not letting anybody off the hook. But the fuck, if you dating somebody, if you want to date somebody, you can't bring interview all the time for the long haul. But maybe that's just me because it's certain shit that I don't do just because, you know, like, I don't walk around not showering for a day because that shit is offensive to me. But I'm not going to just like not, I don't know. It's like, I'm not going to go shower just because I'm going on a date. I'm going to shower because I like to smell clean or don't like to smell like just crap. I'm not going to like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to just leave dirty drawers in a fucking floor because I'm just going to leave them there. No, I won't pick the shit up because, you know, it offends me if I have dirty drawers just laying in my floor. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so many people try to interview all the time. And when that shit fails, or they try to change based on the person that's showing them a little bit more extra attention, it's just like, you know, that shit don't work for a while, right? It's only gonna work for a while, right? But all right, I'm sorry.
That's that love bombing shit. But they do that because see how she like, ooh, and she all butterflies and shit. And then at the end of the day, she gonna go because she want to. She want to go because she want to keep feeling like that.
I'm ready to get married. Definitely want to have a family. And I want to marry my best friend. So we both put on the table that we wanted marriage. And this is the end of part 1.
But
right,
wait,
who the fuck did
wait,
I
wait.
marry? Part 2. So we both put on the table.
How is this your best
Wait,
friend if your ass? It's not even
no,
motherfucking
listen,
March 2024 yet. It's been less than 4 years. Okay,
dude, it was the first day, and he told he wanted to get married and marry his best friend and all this other shit. That's the game he was running on her ass. He wanted a family, he needed a house, he wanted to hurry up and do all of this. He wanted to marry his best friend, not just anybody. This is the game he running right now. Like you said, and then not to mention, did you know when she said March of 2020?
That's what I'm
You know what
saying. It ain't even been
happened
4
in March of
years.
2020. But what happened in March of 2020? Nobody saw March of 2020.
I
Either
mean,
you was
like,
in the house, in the hospital, or getting tased by one of them new metal trees they was putting up on the streets.
all right, I just
You remember
like,
that shit? Everybody was had the cough.
look, I built some great friendships during the fucking pandemic, but never to the point of like,
I lost
okay,
everybody.
well, here's the thing. I knew that it was okay. It's great to trauma bond, but when you don't have that trauma or that forced togetherness at the end, like, what do you have left? You have to think about that shit past that. You have to, because if you don't, then you only with somebody because you was struggling, they were struggling, and all that other good shit. It's just more than that. I don't. Okay, yeah, I'm just yeah.
Table what it is that we wanted. We both had established we were dating for marriage. We were not dating just to date. We were not trying to be friends with benefits and none of that. So the dinner at Cheesecake Factory went really well. We laughed, we joked, we talked about people, which is kind of
And
up
that
my alley.
hold
My sense
on,
of
I'm
humor.
sorry.
It was just, it was
I'm sorry. That whole dating for marriage bullshit. Oh my god, I wish people would stop doing that shit. You date to get to know somebody. You don't fucking date to marry. You date to make sure you can have a connection with somebody. What if you date somebody and y'all turn out better as friends? This
Right,
whole
but the date to marriage is the symbol for I ain't finna just be fucking on you. That's what we gonna date to marry. Me, I'm not just gonna be fucking everybody that want my phone number.
Then don't fuck them. Just date them. Like, and if they have a problem with you not fucking them and they want to continue the relationship, then don't. Like, this is just like
they don't do that shit no more. Like, straight up, I asked. You see, I be on younger channels and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to them like, they're like, yeah, no, we gonna go have, like, these motherfuckers going half and half. The nigga better not say shit, and they still fucking like, I'm confused. What is you bitches getting? I don't. So you
like,
giving him some pussy, and then you better half your meal, and and then y'all
you know
not
what?
even talking because y'all going to buffet. So everybody know you go to buffet with a motherfucker you don't want to talk to. So what's going on?
As somebody who's actively dating, cool. I will say this. If I'm gonna actively get into a partnership with somebody, goddamn right it's gonna be 50-50. But I will never just be like, I don't know. It's just like, to me, it's like, if we're gonna be building this shit, then we're gonna be building this shit. But this whole thing of just like, oh, the end goal needs to be marriage because that's the only way a relationship is fucking real. It just discounts relationships that you may have with somebody that may be beneficial, that you don't sleep with or you do sleep with, that you may spend a month with or 10 years with. I think, to me, I have a philosophy that relationships mean something. And even if they're in, because every relationship that you have will end. No relationship that you have ever had will go on forever. eventually every relationship will end. Romantic, platonic, familiar, anything, they will all end. And to take and disrespect a relationship that doesn't last 10 years because it only lasts a month or only lasts 5 years, it's just, it's saying that person was a waste of time, where it wasn't a waste of time. That person wasn't a waste of time. You just didn't learn anything from that relationship. But then again, too, I look at shit a lot different than what other people look at it.
But that is a waste of time. Because if you didn't learn shit, you don't get that time back. So when you tell a motherfucker, I'm dating for marriage, and they already see you and was like, yeah, I don't want to be with her. I'm not going to see her past. Then that means go about your business, go find somebody else. But at the very least, don't play with her.
True. And like again, when I see that whole I'm dating for marriage, I bypass that shit because people aren't looking to understand a partner. They're looking for a goal. It's the same thing where if you like, and I have to look at it a different way. If you're a guy and you're like, man, I got to get this chick because, ooh, she's sexy. You're not trying to get to know her. You're just trying to bust a nut. And it's just like that type of looking at people as goals, the shit, it feels uneasy to me. And again, maybe because, being sapiosexual, this is like, I need to connect with people versus, oh yeah, let me just go bust my nut. It just like, it feels uneasy to me to like see a goal versus seeing a person, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, them just saying they dating for marriage is just saying don't fuck with me. So it's not like a goal type of thing. It's like if that's not really what you want, then that's kind of what they're saying. If you saying that you gotta meet her and be around her and do this, do that, and maybe fuck her, maybe not, who knows? Still nobody want to play like that. And then she can't get them years back. She can't get that time back that you was playing with her. And then meanwhile, somebody else really was serious about her and was hitting her up, but she kind of liked you. She kind of liked him, and she just went on with you. But you could have
But
went on about your damn business.
how's that playing with somebody though? If you generally
But that
show
is
interest in
playing with
somebody.
somebody because from the moment you knew that you're not in the marriage, you're not trying to do that with her, whether you don't like her or whether that ain't in your plan no more. You
No,
know,
and I
leave her
get
alone.
and I
The
get that
problem is
part.
when guys hear that shit and then go and lie and say they still on that and don't be on that.
No, I get the
That's
part
the
of
problem.
like being openly dishonest to somebody. I get that part. You should never do that. But the whole thing of just like openly saying that I'm dating for marriage. What is it that you want out of marriage? What makes the contract of marriage make that relationship more real?
Okay, speaking from being engaged a bunch of times and then being married, there is a fucking difference between being with somebody and then being married. It's like
No, I've only been engaged and married once, so this is like I'm serious. Like I I've and this is a question that I pose because I've known people that wanted to save like sex for marriage. I was like, what is the like? Does it add more 10% more enjoyment to sex? Does it add 20% more time to motherfucking commitment? Does the people who don't get married stay together longer than the people who do get married? Is it like it's just it's not that question to say like marriage is bad. I'm not saying that, but it's like what about marriage makes it is it like I don't and maybe because I don't believe in magic, does it make it more magical? Or is it just
oh,
a harder step to break up?
yeah, it's a harder way to break up. I mean, you're not talking no Disney princesses, Miss Motherfucker. So yeah, it's just make it harder to break up, make everything more, make the stakes higher. That's all it do. it makes the stakes higher. A lot of people had kids within their marriage and all that. I didn't do that, so I don't really know how to do that. I don't know how people do that, but it depends. Shit, people marry for different reasons. Now, I know people who marry for love and are very unhappy. And I know people who marry for money and are very unhappy. So it really don't matter. But I don't know. Both of them bitches crying. One crying in a mansion, the other one crying in an apartment. So shit, if you gotta pick, I'd rather cry in the mansion. Shit, fuck it. But either way it go, you gonna cry. Either way it go is a nigga playing with your bullshit, with playing and being on bullshit. So it don't really matter the caliber of nigga or the caliber of female. All it is who lying and who's telling the truth, who really trying to do something. Because just because the person want to marry you, that don't mean they really want to do anything with their life. Like
What
they
if we
can
had
marry
marriage?
you and then stop you from doing anything you want to do.
What if we had marriage renewal that you had to renew your marriage license every 5 years, like you had to do your driver's license?
I agree with that. But see, the bad point comes into the women who done put in 20 years with this nigga. Now he finally got on his feet. He got the job and stuff. Now he don't want to renew. It should be some buyout plan for some shit like that. She just spent all her good years with him. Now he gonna go get him. And then she got the kids and shit. She all dried up. No, hell no. There's a buyout plan after that shit. But if you together with that for 5 years, y'all get it together. Other than that,
why don't she just work and have her own shit?
She can work and have her own shit. It don't never come out even for men and women. Never. Because once y'all have kids or once there's kids in the thing, there is no equality. That shit is fucking dead.
How?
She could feel tired, sleepy, don't feel like doing shit. But guess what? Them little motherfuckers hungry. She got to make sure they eat. He'll be like, babe, I need, can you throw me some in there too? He ain't gonna run his ass in the kitchen to make nothing for everybody. He gonna ask her to throw him some in there too.
I'm sorry. And
if it's an at-home dad, then she's not gonna respect him because she's gonna be like, this little bitch. You know how they go. You expect your man to take charge to run shit. So the men that don't, they have bad luck. They were not taught how to be men and do men things. Like I just said, she was all geeked about the tire change. That type of shit is rare. They can't change a tire. They can't change a tire. They can't change a little washer in the fucking sink. They can't do shit nowadays. Nothing but bitch. And ask you what you bring to your table at your house. Nothing. The usefulness is gone. That's why women are feeling the way that they feel it. Because they're like, if you gonna call a nigga, why she just can't call that same nigga? If you got to get a gun to fight a nigga, why she just can't carry her own gun? Why she got to keep arguing with your lying, cheating ass? Going about her business to get a maintenance man, crank that shit out and keep it moving.
I don't see a problem with having a fucking maintenance man. I'm sorry, it's just like motherfucking plumbers and mechanics fucking are.
No, I didn't mean like that.
But what I'm saying is this: like, I advocate. So
she's not in a relationship, but she's still gonna need to release.
I know this, but it's like my whole thing is just like if you a motherfucking man, and maybe because I was a fucking self-starting independent motherfucker, you need to know how to motherfucking cook. You need to know how to motherfucking wash clothes. You need to know how to motherfucking iron. You need to
That don't mean shit because when a guy get with a woman, he start that for some reason that goes out of his head. Now all of a sudden it's her job.
No, her job is to, and I hate to sound crude with this, is to make me orgasm, keep me company, and make sure that her mental stability is cool. Just like my job is to keep her company, make sure she orgasms, and make sure that my mental stability is cool. We work together on bringing the bills and shit like that. But it's like, she's not my servant. I didn't fucking get with a woman to make her my servant. I fucking like to cook. And me just sitting back and saying like, oh yeah, no, it's your job to cook for me. That shit, it feels like it would rob me from one of my enjoyments.
Right, but that's something you like. Some guys don't like that, and some guys don't do that. So it depends on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That you said you personally like to cook, so that would be a you thing. That wouldn't be a every guy thing. Some women don't like to cook, but some women do like to cook.
Yeah.
Some women will order some food all day long. So it depends on how she is and what she do. This chick has made it very clear that she trying to do family, and this dude went right up in right in there. He and went for family.
Somebody in my chat said a lot of men are cooking now. What was funny is I seen somebody say if a man knows how to cook, that's suspect. Oh, I saw a Facebook post about that. I was like, wait, what's suspect about know how to cook?
No, I like a man that can cook. That's good.
I don't know. It's just like it's certain shit that just goes with being an adult that I don't think a lot of people are prepared for. But go ahead.
Right, and I think what happens is what has happened is everybody has been switched to infant. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of guys go from their mama house to their girlfriend house, back to their mama house, back to their girlfriend house, and have never learned how to pay a fucking bill and never learned how to do shit but call their mama or call their girl to handle their business. They can't change a tire. They can't do shit. I find that to be a problem. So where is the fixed part? Now this nigga sat here and lied to this bitch for who knows. My whole thing is it was the little part I saw, and she was like, I knew he was lying, but I believed him. Well, that's why I can't really fuck with this because this shit seems stupid.
Go ahead. We wouldn't sad chat. That's sad talking about all this. Come on, let's go.
Good vibe. So at the end of the date, or excuse me, at the end of dinner, we sat in his car and he played this song for me by John Legend. I don't know the name of the song by the time this video posts, I will put the name at the bottom. I can't remember the song. I just remember that John Legend was talking about, I think I met my wife tonight. And I thought it was a sign. So I was like, oh my God. So anyway, we ended up sitting in the car talking just about life and experiences until about midnight. So during this conversation, he again is telling me how it was, what it was like living in California, how he went out there. He went to San Diego State. He played football for San Diego State. He talked about how, life, he loved it out there. So he stayed. That's when he joined the company. And then he explained that he also did arena football, but only did it for about 2 or 3 years. He claims that while he was doing arena football, the team that he was on won a championship. But again, keep in mind, I don't know anything about arena football. So I was like,
wait, pause
okay,
it,
I
pause
didn't
it
know
for a
they had
second.
championships. And he was like,
so this is when you pull out your phone. It was like, oh, let me see a picture of your ass, how goofy you look in those motherfucking outfits. This is when you do that shit. Is that just me?
No, because no. When we did the other video, I had you show your little pictures. Remember? No, you asked. Just by meeting a person, that's the part of the conversation. You be like, oh, for real? And you do it. But then this motherfucker told me he wasn't a championship. You would have to, I would have to Google him and check out anything he just said. That's most definitely a Google.
All right, go ahead.
He was like, he got a little offended, like, yeah, they got championships. And, he was on that team. So he talked to me about how he worked at Apple. He worked something in the IT area of Apple, but it was in the store. Again, it was one of those, it's like when I tell people I used to work at Amazon, I really wasn't paying much attention to it. Why? So we talked about all that. We talked deeply into what happened with the ex-wife. It's because I asked. He was not volunteering all this information. So in other words, I get very uncomfortable when men start talking about their ex a lot. That's not what happened. I was asking questions because I was really trying to figure out, okay, are you ready for a relationship, or are you still missing her? So we talked about that.
Why does she look like she
is that
no,
the only... Go ahead.
Why does she look like she driving down the highway and still talking with her motherfucking hands?
Ooh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. I was finna ask, why is she asking about the bitch we just discussed? She ain't asked him shit about Hinge. She ain't asked him shit about the other website. She ain't asked him nothing about anything in the restaurant. He played this fucking song, told her she did the championship, and her only fucking question is, what about your ex?
Because I'm better than that bitch. Of course. So I need to prove I'm better than that bitch. That's what it is. You know that's what it is.
Like,
I have, yeah. It's
watch.
I'm better than that bitch.
I'm gonna go back a couple seconds. Watch this shit. She ain't asked one question on nothing. Watch this.
It's not what happened. I was asking questions because I was really trying to figure out, okay, are you ready for a relationship, or are you still missing her? So we talked about that. We talked about my exes. That was a mistake I made because I talked about how I dated at one point in time somebody I worked with. That will come back later. And he seemed real cool about it. He was like, that was before me and blah, blah, blah. So the conversation was good. Midnight comes and I go home. Yes, I went home. We ended up talking. Mind you, our first date was March 7th. And within about 2.5 weeks, Brian Kemp, our governor, shut Georgia down. We were going to be on lockdown. So during those 2.5 weeks, we talked every day. We went out again at Red Lobster. I remember Red Lobster. But everything was going great. The issue was, where are we going to quarantine? So the question was, are we going to quarantine at his place, which he had like a studio type.
2 weeks. She has known this nigga 2 weeks, and the only question she's asked him is about his ex, and she ready to quarantine with him. She don't even know he got other shit, let alone
she wanted some dick.
Shit. Right. So
she wanted some dick. To stay with her.
Turn around and she was like, "Yep, I went home." You was supposed to go home, bitch. You don't know him. Like, that was a bad thing. What's wrong with these little bitches?
Type of situation. Like, it clearly, where he was staying, I was like, it's like a studio apartment, but he kept telling me, like, this is temporary because I'm looking for a house. Like, he showed me the email from a woman who worked at the company where she was out on maternity leave, but she was putting him in contact with a realtor to help him find a townhome or a single family house. So I was just like, okay, this is definitely temporary. Like, he's not trying to stay here long term. And she was apologizing.
The world shut down.
Sorry, this should have been taken care of
before
you got here, but it wasn't. I saw the email.
The world shut down. You should have known the shit would have been pushed back, even if it was legitimate. The world shut the fuck down. I went into work one day. They was like, "No, we sending y'all asses home the half a day." What do you expect? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That shit was crazy. Yeah, that I wasn't even expecting that when they did the world shut down shit. But that's what she wanted him to come and stay in there with her, and she was reading emails.
I saw the email. I read it. I read the email. So the decision was, we're going to quarantine at the studio, or are we going to quarantine in my house? First mistake I made. Well, there's a lot, but this was a mistake I made. So ladies, caution moment. During one of our dates, because keep in mind, in those 2 weeks, we were seeing each other quite a bit. Nothing physical or anything like that. Just two people who I thought were really on some, all right, let's see if this is going to grow into something. He came to my house. when he came to my house, I had a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhome. He was in the studio. Now, I'm telling you guys all of this in order of how it happened. So some things I'm probably going to insert what I was thinking and the mistake I made. Can I turn this off? No. Okay, so and I say that to say that I did not realize inviting him to my home probably made his eyes go, oh shit, she's a keeper. She got this 3-bedroom, 2.5.
Wait, now that you caused attention to the shit, that's all I noticed. Maybe she got a Tesla on cruise control or something. Because that's all I see now is her hands not touching that wheel.
No,
I can't even
motherfucking
hear what she's
Teslas.
saying.
Those motherfucking Teslas are deadly as hell. You still need to keep your motherfucking hands on that wheel. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right, because I'm looking at one hand, I'm looking at the other hand, and she just waving them. And you can tell she's going at least 65 miles an hour. She on the expressway. You can see she on the expressway. You can see the big trucks behind her.
2.5 bath townhouse, and I'm in like a little studio.
Expressway.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pursue this. What I need to do to quarantine here. The decision was made, quarantine at my house. So
he gave her that dick.
The state went on lockdown. He came and stayed with me in my home, and for the most part, in the initial beginning, it was fine. It was fine. The reason why I hesitate is because I grew up in the church. So for me, it was really like an internal struggle of, bruh, you always said you would never live with a guy unless he was your husband. And now you living with a dude and he ain't your husband. Like, it was a struggle for me because I knew better. And don't come for me. I'm just telling you the way I grew up. It was like that. It was not sitting right with me. But at the same time, I didn't want to quarantine by myself. I did not want to. So there we go. So
pause it.
We talked about the bills. Let me clear.
So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, if you got your moral system, which say what you will about it, that you saying that you shouldn't live with a dude, it's fine if he's living there if y'all not fucking, but you was fucking, and that was what's going on, and that's the reason why you wanted him to come live with you. Y'all was fucking.
That's why she was worried about that. But that my whole thing is it still ain't been 2 weeks. It still ain't been 2 weeks.
No, it was technically 3.
There's something up that I said in the other video where I said he paid
No,
all the bills.
remember she met him on the
4th,
on the thing,
yes.
on the site. Then they went out and they stayed out. That was the night that he played the song for her and shit. And she was like, yeah,
Right.
I did go home. And then we talked for the next 2 weeks for the thing. Now she's telling us what they talked about on where they was gonna be for when the shutdown.
I thought it was after the quarantine that she moved them in, because that would at least been March the 21st.
Right, that's when it started.
Oh wow.
The quarantine was still going on in April because it was supposed to end April 7th because I was supposed to take my baby out for her birthday. The world was still closed in April. That shit was still closed in June, at least Chicago.
I know, but I totally misread that because I'm thinking that they was already in quarantine when she asked them to move in. But
no.
Literally, oh God, what the?
They had not. They was. Do you remember they announced that they was gonna shut everything down? So when they announced they was gonna shut everything down, that's when her and him had this conversation. For them to stay either at his studio or at her whatever bunch of numbers bedroom bathroom house.
Okay, sure.
Right for the quarantine. That's what he was gonna come. Well, they was gonna stay for the quarantine. She still met this motherfucker after January. We still only in March. We are still the fuck in March.
I've heard of what's called U-Haul lesbians. Like they go on 2 dates and then they start moving in with each other. But I didn't think that was going for real thing. All right, let's go.
That's the homosexual shit. That nigga spend the night and don't leave. Man, I'm finna go to mama house. What you mean, mama house, nigga? You mean home? The boss said you ain't ready to go to mama house. No, niggas happy to go the fuck home.
Look, I actually got into a discussion with a friend who was they were like, why don't you spend the night? And I'm like, no, I'm going home. But I had to explain to him, like, yes, I enjoy the time we spend together, but I just can't I don't feel comfortable, even if I'm enjoying the time I'm spending with somebody, not going home afterwards. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Oh, you're on mute. Okay.
He paid all the household bills.
You're
He did
still
not pay
muted.
my car payment, my cell phone, or my car insurance. He paid the rent because my rent at the time was less than $1,000.
You on screen
He
on your
paid
screen?
the utility bills, and so when he's telling me that
What'd you
he's
say?
a regional manager,
You on
I
screen
was
on your
like,
page?
Yeah, I am.
wow, okay, so you got money.
I just turned to your page. Right.
And so he
I'm trying to
paid
figure out
all
if
the
that was,
household bills. So my check
this
really
little
was
video
just taking
thing
care
just
of
you actually now.
myself and I. And I
Yeah, I
am
see
not,
you
this
say,
is
yeah,
where
I
it's
am
not
now.
gonna make me look good, but it's the truth.
Oh, that's cool.
It was intoxicating to not have to worry financially about how to pay the bills. It was a wonderful feeling. And so I kind of pushed to the side the fact that, yeah, you shacking up, because it's like, but your
So,
bitch, you don't
pause
have
it
to
for a
worry
second.
right now. Like he's taking care of all of April's bills before.
So this is the other shoe that dropped. He was given a penis, and he was paying some of the bills, and she thought she was in heaven.
Yeah, she thought she found her man. I'm telling you, that's what she thought. Because all that shit is so hard to find.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not even opposed to people living together before marriage. If the goal is whatever that goal will be. Because what I am opposed to is people not living together before marriage because you don't know if you can tolerate living in the same house with somebody. And I know that seems like it seems sacrilegious, but sometimes you need to know who the fuck you living with before you get that extra little, tie. But yeah, no, this is cool. Now try that again for at least 6 months. not just one or two. But go ahead.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Know that nigga for at least a week before you invite him to live with you.
So we're living together, and I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, he's helping to cook and clean, and then we have a conversation about house. Is he still going to buy a house just for him, or is he going to buy a house where it's for us? Because we are going to try to make this thing
us now.
Be official, get married,
it's have a family.
So the question now on the table is, what are we going to do? Because I didn't want to stay in Riverdale, Georgia. I did not want to raise a family there. I refused to have a baby in Clayton County. So the decision was made. Let's start looking for a house for both of us. Remember, he was already looking for a house for him.
And she's talking about Georgia, the house,
you know what? We're together. I plan to marry you. Let's look for a family home for the two of us. He was like, this is how much I was approved for. That's when he showed me the Chase paperwork. It was a letter stating that and it had the Chase emblem at the top. He showed me a letter stating that he was approved for $700. All right, part 3. Who the fuck did I marry? So this is when he showed me a letter from Chase with the Chase logo at the top, stating that he had been approved for a mortgage for a $750,000 mortgage or a $750,000 house. So he was like, we can't go over $750,000. And I remember asking him, can you afford the mortgage on a $750,000 house? Because I know I can't. This is when he explains to me, I told you how I played arena football. I invested my money really well. So he said, I have money that will help pay for the mortgage. He was like, we're good. Like, I'm financially, I am okay.
Wait,
He's like, that's why I'm able to get approved for $750,000.
Stop. I'm sorry. Are you playing football right now? No. Then my question still stands. Why the fuck aren't you answering it? I don't know how much motherfucking money you have left. Why am I?
And they don't even make that much.
Definitely not. Definitely not. In fucking NFL, they don't make that much. In the fucking Canadian Football League, they don't make that much.
No.
I would have started researching when he said this shit. Oh, okay, this is making my head hurt. This is making my head hurt because either she's leaving out parts of the story. Okay, no, let's go.
$50,000 mortgage. So he told me that his money was in different savings accounts. He said he had an account with Chase Bank, he had an account with US Bank, and he had an offshore account. This is what he told me. The offshore account, I was like, why? And he explained something about, the US, the US imposes taxes on money when you have a certain amount in US banks. He was like, so everybody knows that it's smart to have some money in an offshore account. Y'all look.
Pause.
Did she even ask the nigga if he had a passport?
First of all, this motherfucker says everybody knows it's smart to like have money off on offshore accounts. Like it's like a fucking. You already know that shit is illegal. By the time 2020 came out, you knew motherfuckers that was doing that the US was going after them motherfuckers that was doing that shit. It was big ass news. And not only that, you work with the fucking state trooper, so you know about law enforcement. She can't be this stupid, dog. She can't be this stupid.
She claiming she is. Because that's how I feel too. She claiming
you thought you got one up.
Again, I was like, okay, that's whatever. I said, so you have the money to pay for a home. I'm also holding in my hand a letter from Chase saying that he was approved for $750,000. So I went off of what I saw. So we contacted a realtor. I won't say his name, but man, if he ever sees this TikTok, I owe this man such an apology. But we contacted a realtor who was based in Cobb County because I was very adamant. I wanted to move back to Marietta, Smyrna area in Cobb County, Georgia. He was fine with that. His whole attitude was, you're going to be my wife, happy life. So we met a realtor. I would find houses that I wanted to tour. Keep in mind that this was COVID. So at the time, we could not tour a home. It would have to be a virtual tour. So this particular realtor, we found a house in Douglasville, Georgia. Not Cobb County, but nevertheless, it's in Douglasville. I was fine with Douglasville. So we found a house in Douglasville, Georgia. The realtor did a FaceTime tour of the house. The house was a nice home. 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. So we did a FaceTime tour of the home, and the home was listed, I believe, roughly 400 and something thousand. I really like the house. I could see myself living there. I could see us living there. I could see us with the kid there. This is now April, just for timeline purposes. This is April.
This is just April.
He
really liked the house. He was like, you know what? We'll put an offer in on the house. He was like, if you like it,
get that shit right.
Yeah, no, they speed running a relationship.
They met in March.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because again, it was COVID. We weren't going to be able to see the house in person because the family still lived there. So he said, I'll put an offer in. We'll see if it's accepted. I said, okay. So he puts an offer in. He's telling me he put an offer in. I need to clarify some things he told me and the things that I actually saw. So for this house in Douglasville, he told me he was putting an offer in. The realtor would call me because one thing that the realtor told us, he was like, if the woman likes the house, typically the house is going to get bought. So he kind of dealt with me a bit more than he did my ex-husband. And again, this is April 2020. This is before we got married. So at the time, he was my boyfriend. So the realtor was calling me and was like, hey, I put the offer in, and what they're asking for is proof of funds. And I did not know anything at this time about buying a house. So I was like, hey, you probably need to talk to him because I'm not even listed on the mortgage. Like, from the paperwork I saw, it was only in his name. So.
Okay. So many people ask me why I expect a relationship of fucking 50-50. The man should know how to do shit as much as the woman knows how to do shit as far as bills and payments and shit like that. I used to work for a company that sold utility bill contracts. And I used to work for Comcast. And it will fucking break my heart to hear motherfuckers on the phone in their late 50s, early 60s, both men and women, who did not know how to deal with the bills that they were getting because their partner took care of the shit. That is one of the reasons why I'm like, yo, y'all need to equally work on this shit. Mm-hmm. This is the start of that bullshit because I don't know. My name isn't on it, so I just didn't care. The fuck you should. I can't understand how somebody can put their fucking trust and livelihood in one motherfucking person, even if they're not malicious. Fucking accidents happen. People leave this world every day unplanned. Why the fuck wouldn't be aware of the shit?
I don't know. That's it. I mean, with that shit, that's the point. Why she didn't push? She ain't pushed for shit so far. She ain't pushed for shit but information on that act.
She was pushing for making sure he lived in the house with her.
Yeah. Shit, he was probably pushing for that shit. Because we still don't know where he lived at. How can he just move and he just know the bitch for 3 weeks? How he just moved to her house? You know, paperwork handle. What the fuck going on? Man, he went under no contract. That's bad, man.
He called him. I guess they talked. I was not there, but I'm assuming that they had talked. So the boyfriend is coming, my ex is coming home saying, yeah, I talked to so-and-so. I sent him over the paperwork. The offer was approved. And they are going to try to do a virtual closing. First, we got to do an inspection. If the inspection goes all well, then we have to do a virtual closing. He also told me that he put down earnest money on the home. He put down, I believe, $5,000. He said, I just transferred the money over to the realtor's account or whatever, so that it could be earnest money for the house. So I'm just like, okay, great. He was like, so realistically, this is April. We should be able to get in that house by June. Okay, no problem. So this is what he told me. About 3 or 4 days later, I get a phone call from the realtor. And the realtor is like, hey, I'm just checking to see what you guys want to do about that house. So I was confused. I'm at work. And I said, oh, I was told that he put an offer in. And the realtor was like, he did? I didn't know that he put an offer in. And I said, well, why wouldn't you know? Like, he told me he put the offer in and he had paid earnest money, $5,000 earnest money. And so the realtor was like, well, let me call him and find out what's going on with that because I didn't know anything about it. So red flag, of course. So I call him, and he, in true narcissistic nature, he flips the script, and he like goes off. He's like cussing, going off, like he shouldn't. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. He shouldn't be calling you.
So the realtor just explained to her that he don't know what the fuck she's talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she gonna keep going with this shit so far.
At that point, I'm like, you know what? Let's rethink this shit.
Cause so far everything been real weird. Real weird. I'm going back. I just want to confirm that that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
You, if he has a question, he should call me because I'm the one that's on a mortgage. He was like, and now it's it's going to be an issue. And I said, well, did you put the offer in with him or not? And he said, no, I did not put the offer in with him. I put the offer in with a friend of mine who is a realtor, so I can give him the business. So I did not hear from that realtor again. So I was just like, is the house under contract or is it not? He was like, yes, the house is under contract. This is how crazy things work out. About 3 days later on realtor.com, I'm looking at the house because I was trying to figure out in my mind how I'm gonna decorate. It shows the house is under contract. So show my boyfriend. My boyfriend's like, I told you it was under contract. He was like, I like, did you not believe me? And I ain't had a heart to say, hell no, I didn't believe you. Like,
so here, stop this for a second.
But once I saw the house was under contract,
if you notice, she always puts the cart before the horse. Always.
What you mean?
Meaning that she coming up with plans to marry this motherfucker before knowing him for 6 months. Coming up with plans to decorate before actually signing the motherfucking papers. Coming up with plans to spend. Coming up with plans to spend a fucking quarantine before she know if this motherfucker is an axe murderer or not. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Wow. Okay. Hope is a dangerous drug.
She didn't even felt down there and found out if that's a real boy or not. Remember, she said she went home the first day, and other than that, they talked on the phone.
Yeah, she was planning on going on with him on the first day.
Right. She said she didn't.
And she was disappointed. Yeah.
Right. So she don't even know if that's actually an XY person. She has no idea who the fuck that is. That was so fucking strange to me. She don't know if that's a man or a woman. She don't know if he's free or not. She don't know if he's a psycho killer or not. She don't know shit. All she do know for a fact is that realtor told her that he ain't doing shit. Now, that's what she got for a fact that she just denied. But that was a fact.
It is midnight. All right. You got me for about 30 more minutes and then I'm gonna fucking crash. Go ahead.
Okay, come on.
Contract. I absolutely believe that, okay, it's under contract with him. Like, yeah, we're about to do inspection. We are about to move. And so we had
wait.
My family's still living here. So
the fuck did she run over? What the fuck did she run over?
Wait, she ran over. So I'm gonna go back. Let's see.
Under contract with him. Like, yeah, we're about to do inspection. We are about to move. And so we had driven by the house because, again, keep in mind, the family's still living here. Yeah. So we had driven by the house.
At least her hand on the wheel this time. We can't say her hand wasn't on the wheel. Her hand was on the wheel. So she meant to hit that, whatever she hit.
At this point, he was like, I want us to start looking for furniture so that way we can go ahead and order it. So when it's time to move, the furniture is ready because, it takes like 6 to 8 weeks sometimes for furniture to be delivered if they don't have it in stock. Like, he was very methodical and planning and saying, this is what we need to do. So we started going.
No, it fucking doesn't. It does not take 6 to 8 weeks unless you want some fancy shit. If you want something to sit your ass down on, you can get that shit right out the motherfucking store. Or they motherfucking I don't know, maybe it's different in Atlanta. But when I had my shit from Harlem or the Room Place and shit like that, it was a fucking distribution center that was right in this motherfucking, that wasn't that fucking far. It does not take 6 to 8 weeks. He gassing your head up, telling you think like far ahead so you won't see this shit that's right in front of you. All right, let's go.
To Home Depot, Lowe's, because we had a printout of what the sellers were going to take. They were going to take the appliances. He had a printout. Let me be clear. He had a printout.
Right. She
So
said
it said on
we
there
and shit, bitch.
that
You
they
didn't
were
know
going
none
to
of
take the
this shit.
appliances. So we needed to get a new stove, new refrigerator, new microwave, all that stuff. So we went to Home Depot and Lowe's, and I went ham. I chose all these new appliances, and here's where we get into the shopping. All right, part 4. So we go to Home Depot, we go to Lowe's. I'm choosing all these appliances. He's taking pictures of the SKU number. We have representatives helping us, and he basically explained to them, "Hey, we're buying a house. We should be closing sometime in June. Can we order this stuff now? Can I put a hold on it? Like, what can we do? Because we're not ready for delivery." I stood there. As the Home Depot rep said, we can hold it in our warehouse. Like, you can buy something and we can hold it. People do it all the time, especially with COVID. So I watched him pay. I want to say it was about it was either $350 or $500. I watched him pay a deposit on a whole new set of appliances for them, and they were going to hold it until we were ready for delivery. I watched this. So I was like, okay, good deal. Like, we got the appliances. Next, let's go to Rooms to Go and Ashley Furniture and find actual furniture. So we went all around Rooms to Go. We went to Ashley Furniture. We went to American Signature. And I saw all these things that I wanted. Again, he's taking pictures of it. He was like, I can go online and order it. I didn't think anything of it because, again, I just saw that we held the appliances. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So April turns into May. May 2020 comes.
Wait.
This is where things start to get a little interesting.
Pause
May
it.
comes, and obviously we had not done inspection. And I'm asking.
Been known as motherfucker for less than 2 months. And you done planned out 30 years of your life with this motherfucker.
And she mean it.
Yeah.
They buying appliances and shit. She like, I saw him put that down. She got, yeah.
Asking him all the time, so what's the deal with the house? He was like, well, because of COVID, they're trying to get someone to do the inspection, but the guy that it was always something. The guy they had caught COVID, so they're going to have to get somebody else, and he's like 15 houses backed up, so it'll be a while. So at this point in May, I know I look crazy. In this point in May of 2020,
You don't look crazy. You sound crazy.
Audio diaries. I don't know why. It was something just made me just start recording my thoughts in an audio diary, and I still have them. And I would save them by the date, and I would just start talking about what's on my mind. So I was like, I knew there was something was nagging me, like, but I kept pushing it out of my mind. I was like, you saw this is what I reminded myself. You saw him pay for the appliances. You know the house is under contract. You know that he told you that he's the one who put the house under contract. Why would, like, I remember saying to myself, why would he lie about that? This is so easy to verify. Why would he lie about that? Have you caught him in any other lie? And at the time, the answer was no. So I really was like, maybe you just aren't used to a guy who actually does what he's supposed to do. Like I was questioning myself and then answering my own questions. So inspection didn't happen. Around mid-May, I found out I was pregnant. May 2020. When I found out I was pregnant, he was ecstatic and I was like, oh shit.
You did hear that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's May. And they still ain't got no house. Still ain't got no issues. And this is 6 months no. Because for her to find out she pregnant, that means she already been pregnant for 6 weeks.
As soon as he moved in.
The reason why I was oh shit is because number one, I'm plus size. Number two, because of my age, I felt like it was probably gonna be a high risk pregnancy.
Wait, how much? How old is she?
And that nagged. I cannot tell y'all.
I don't know, but she I don't think she in her 20s.
All right. Wow. Okay.
How much it nagged me. There was a lot of internal struggle in between. My family didn't even know that he had moved in at this point. I told them, that I was pregnant, went to the doctor, everything looked good. But again, because it was COVID, he couldn't go in with me into the actual room. So, doing any sort of ultrasound, doing the blood test, because my HCG levels were really high. So the doctor was like, hey, it might be twins. We don't know yet. You're still kind of early, along. They gave me a due date. Due date was January 26th of 2021. So, yeah, May, found out I was pregnant. So there was now more of a push into, we got to get a house. We got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm not having a baby in Riverdale. Okay, nothing against Riverdale, but I ain't having a baby in Riverdale. So we need to find out what's going on with this house. And so he was on top of it. He had an answer for everything. He was like, I'm gonna call and find out what's going on, blah, blah, blah. He then magically told me about a week later, oh, they're going to do inspection on the house like in 2 days. So I was just like, okay, keep in mind, I'm taking his word for it. I'm taking his word for all this. So he was like, they're going to do an inspection. Once we get the inspection report back, then we will know what we are going to be responsible for. What are we getting ourselves into? So, I guess they did an inspection. He showed me an inspection report. The only thing that they said that the roof had just recently been replaced, which I remember he was very happy about. And the issues that there were for the house were minor. It was not a bad, because we did have a discussion about it. He was like, it's nothing that we can't handle. Then he said that we were set to close the end of May. We were set to close the end of May. He told me it was going to be a virtual closing. You're probably like, what the hell is a virtual closing? Because again, he's saying because of COVID, people are not closing in the office. They're doing a virtual closing where you would need to electronically sign the paperwork. This is what he's telling me. And so he was like, we're set to close like just before Memorial Day. And so for some reason, again, there's still that nagging part. For some reason, I didn't start packing. Anyone that knows.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I mean, she consciously knew. In the back of her mind, she knew that nigga was on bullshit. And she didn't waste her energy. That's just been saying.
All right, we're going to have to stop right here because this shit is upsetting the fuck out of me. And, like, I'm way past triggered. One, if she did, I don't, this is going to sound, like, really fucked up. If she had the kid in motherfucking January, you would still see a car seat in the back, like a booster seat in the back. Secondly, it's just, how the fuck does it matter? Like, she made it a point to say that I didn't even tell my family that he moved in. If you're a grown woman, Why are you telling your family anything like that? If you're a grown woman, why are you even worried about your family saying that, oh, you shacking up? This shit just. That's why I asked, how old is she?
I don't think she young. Like, I think she in her 30s. I think she was on some last try shit. I don't know. I have to look it up. But I don't know.
This is the shit that I just like have to just like tell my daughters, like, don't fall for this bullshit. Don't fall for this bullshit. Don't fall for this bullshit. Because this is straight up bullshit. And if you are saying, hey, I think this shit is making me crazy, I need to keep a fucking log, then at this point, you don't need to be talking to yourself. You need to be talking to your fucking partner at this time.
Yeah. But he's just telling her this shit and she just going with it. And her know that she is not right. So that's why she stayed. Now she want to ask questions. It's too late, bitch. You already pregnant. Now what? And you don't even know about who. I guess we know now it's actually a boy. You know, there's no longer a question.
I can't. I just can't. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to give me some rest. What time do you want to do this tomorrow? Because like I need to hear the rest of this, and I'm trying not to just say, "Oh, she's just stupid." I'm really trying my hardest.
That's what I'm do.
I'm trying to be like, she has hope, and hope is a dangerous drug. It's more powerful than cocaine, but still, I mean, like, this is foolish. This is foolish hope. This isn't like I see a plan and I'm gonna stick to it. This is, oh, somebody told me something and I need to believe it.
Yeah. And so it was at that point she just had her husband and some kids and shit. She was getting too old. So the first nigga said, yeah, she went.
Look, I am somebody who I will admit that I would love to have me 2 wives in a semi-open relationship. And we can build together. We can motherfucking build the multimedia studio multimedia empire that I want to fucking build. Do my art in, actual physical studio that can support the community. But I'm not just going to fall for any chick that opens her leg and say, I have money and let me pay for shit. That shit doesn't, it's too motherfucking good to be true. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense to me. But, maybe I'm too cautious.
I don't know. I don't know. She just was hoping. I think she just was hoping so much that she ignored that shit on purpose.
But she didn't ignore it. She fucking wrote audio logs. You have audio logs.
Yeah, that's what she just wanted that to happen. She wanted that to happen because the first thing she said is because of my weight and my age. So that means she's sensitive about that shit already.
Look, I'm a fat fuck, but I still think that I'm the most motherfucking handsome motherfucking thing there is motherfucking ever existed. I'm fucking awesome. And nobody's gonna tell me that. I don't care if you think that I can't understand getting validation from outside of myself. If it's some shit that I'm unhappy with myself, yeah, I'll fucking work on it. Physical shit that I can change, I'll fucking work on it. But I don't need somebody to come in and just like put my head up and say, oh, because I'm with you, I add value to you. No, you don't. And I feel that she felt that she can only get value by having a relationship. And that's sad.
Yeah, she
But
right.
I have to fucking go because I am crashing right now. What time you want to do this again?
Um, I don't know. We can switch it to I don't know. You just let me know
All right,
because we gotta remember where we stopped at 43:41.
I'll put a timestamp up. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coaxing me on stream because I had a stream set up for the longest that I just did not play. Um, also send me that email. I need to put you with somebody who can set up the streams.
Okay.
All right. And everybody else, catch y'all later.
Okay. Thanks for coming. I don't know how to click it.
Are we still live?
We still live, but I don't know how to click the thing off.
Close the full window.
Oh, you know what? I can do it like this. Here we go. Okay. So I'm still fascinated by this show. So I want to kind of watch. I want to switch. I guess I can now watch it and we can finish this one tomorrow. So I can switch to a different one. Let me stop sharing my screen and go to that other video. Let me see if I can find this video. What is going on? Why can't I find it? Let me find it. But that was the story. That was the beginning of the story of the Who the Fuck Did I Marry? And I thought that was very interesting. The fact that it was like that. It's another video I want to go through. But I didn't have it pulled up. Just give me a second. Let me pull it up. Because I know that one was taking forever. Right. Let me go back. And it's like it didn't turn into a whole thing. Because now he has responded. His ex-wife done responded. His baby mama done responded. I'm looking at all these responses. So it's like crazy. So I don't even know. I can't find it. I don't know what I did with the other video. So I'm going to go ahead on and end this stream right quick then. Because I can't find the other one that I was trying to do. So for those of you that watch, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming by. and I will see you later. Bye-bye.